He's Western Colorado at its best. I mean, solid, steady, good values, hardworking, clean cut, straight shooter. I mean, just Western Colorado at its best.
Once in a generation, there comes a homegrown talent so special that it takes another generation to truly appreciate that talent. Such is the case with Lonny Vanatta of Steamboat Springs. Lonny was raised on the slopes of Mount Werner in historic Holliston Hill, growing up in the shadow of the town's giants. Buddy Werner was going to the Olympics when Vanatta was learning to race, and Holliston Hill molded him into a tough and fearless technical skier.
Growing up in Steamboat, you can either be intimidated by all the Olympians, or you can say, hey, look at these guys. I think I can do that too.
He just worked, and made the commitment early in life to become one of the top ski racers that ever came out of Steamboat.
Lonny had some fantastic spring series races, beat almost everybody in the country, and got named to the U.S. ski team, and he really deserved it. He knew that he belonged there.
But on his way to the big leagues, things began to get complicated. The mid-'70s were an unsettled time in the politics of American ski racing. Vanatta was not invited back to the U.S. ski team. His Olympic future was brought to an abrupt and devastating halt.
After the 1 year, he hurt his ankle, and boom. Unbeknownst to Lonny, it was really a blow. He was not renamed to the U.S. ski team, and it was devastating. And at that time, I remember talking to him, and he really pretty much decided to hang it up.
As history played itself out, Lonny was the recipient of some darn good luck in history that Bob Beatty came along and started the World Pro Tour.
It was a format that fit his style of competing, his style of racing, and he really adapted to the World Pro Tour and side-by-side dual format.
The Pro Tour brought all kinds of ex-Olympians, ex-Austrian ski team guys that might have got kicked off for disciplinary reasons, all kinds of characters and talents, young and old, from all over the globe. And Lonny just glammed on to some of these foreigners.
He was gifted. I mean, he was primarily a slalom skier, which means that he had magical feet. He could do things with his feet that most people couldn't do. Quick, fast, precise. I mean, he had a gift, and to get to the level he did, not many people had that gift, but he had that gift.
You know, he'd go out of the starting gate, and in the pros specifically, it was very fall line driven, set courses, slalom, GS. And Lonny figured out real quick how to get to the bottom, and he was very athletic and very quick and very determined.
What Vanatta found on the Pro Tour was a fun, sometimes wild world, and one that paid, a significant consideration in a time when Olympic athletes had to maintain their amateur status. Lonny was free to collect prize money and take endorsements, and he quickly rose through the world-class field of competitors to become the top American on the tour. Vanatta placed 11th overall in his first season, winning 4 slalom races the following winter.
When I saw him really light up was the time that he actually beat Hank Cashua in the slalom in Winter Park. That was a big deal, because Hank was like the big guy in Steamboat. He was the local guy though. He was born there. That was really the revelation for him that he could actually do it.
He won 6 races in the 1980-81 campaign, claiming the season-long slalom title and placing 3rd overall.
This is an international battle, Mike. We've got Vanatta, the American, versus the Austrian Andre Arnold. The crowd wanting an American to win it. Vanatta having some trouble in the steep. An American hasn't been champion since 1975. The hopes overall right on Lonny Vanatta. He's got a lead coming into the flat. Will Arnold close? He needs to make a point. 1, 2, 6. Slalom is his bread and butter. He crosses the finish line first, and he wins the finals here at Stovermont.
So Lonny winning the slalom title was probably the biggest thing in ski racing for him. It had to be the best thing that ever happened in his skating life.
I don't think I've ever seen a happier ski racer.
That's the greatest. Oh, winning is the biggest thrill there ever is.
Lonny's not really a told-you-so guy. When he was standing on the podium and getting those checks, and being on the teams and traveling the world and being in the top of the World Pro Skiing, that was the proof in the pudding as to, here I am, see what I'm doing now, this is what I'm doing.
The money that Lonny earned on the Pro Tour provided him with a tremendous head start in life. Following his retirement from the tour in 1984, he coached the Steamboat Springs Winter Sports Club.
He spent 17 years bringing along youth in Steamboat like others had done for him. So to me, that's as important as his World Championship and World Pro Slalom would be the 17 years he gave back to the kids up in Steamboat Springs.
I remember standing on the side of the hill watching Lonny coach, and a kid would come down and he goes, Lonny, how did I look? What do you think? And he goes, take another one. You know, he was very brusque, and the kids just loved it. You know, they just wanted him to, if he would just watch them, they would be so excited.
Lonny is a great role model for the kids in Steamboat, the kids of the state of Colorado, throughout the United States.
It is safe to say that the legacy of Lonny Vanatta will not be measured by one decision back in 1978, but rather by his reaction to it.
He was the guy who showed people that you don't have to trust what those people in high places have to say about you.
Well, I believe that when people look back at Lonny Vanatta and his ski career, they'll see someone that was very accomplished, that worked his tail off, never quit, continued to work hard his entire career, and was very successful. And he may have not been to the Olympics and been a Steamboat Olympian, as we say, as they put a lot of emphasis on for the city and the town of Steamboat. But Lonny Vanatta is right there with him and is one of the best that's ever come out of Steamboat.
We are proud to welcome Lonny Vanatta to the Colorado Snowsports Hall of Fame tonight as an honored member of the class of 2018.